the Lena is the easternmost of the three great Siberian rivers that flow into the Arctic Ocean. It is the 11th longest river in the world and has the 9th largest watershed. It is also the 3rd largest river in Asia. It is the largest among the rivers whose watershed is entirely within the Russian territorial boundaries. Course: rising at a height of 1,640 meters at its source in the Baikal Mountains south of the central Siberian Plateau, 7 kilometers west of Lake Baikal, the Lena flows northeast, being joined by the Kurunga River, Vitim River and Olyakma River. From Yakutsk it enters the lowlands and flows north until joined by its right-hand tributary the Olden River and its most important left-hand tributary, the Vyaly River. After that, it bends westward, flowing besides the Verkhoyansk Range, and then it makes its way nearly due north to the Laptev Sea, a division of the Arctic Ocean, emptying southwest of the New Siberian Islands by the Lena Delta 30,000 square kilometers in area, and traversed by 7 principal branches, the most important being the Bykovsky Channel, farthest east. Landmarks In the upper section west and northwest of Lake Baikal the river flows mostly north. 4,400, from a small lake in the Baikal Range, in the Baikal Lena Reserve, 10 kilometers west of Lake Baikal, 1,800 m in altitude, the Lena flows north 19 kilometers, losing 600 m in altitude and becomes passable by rafts. It turns west and then south losing another 600 meters in 128 kilometers, to Chancha, where there is a ranger station. 4222, Kakuk start of navigation, road to Irkutsk 4197, Verklensk mouth of the Kurunga River, northwest through mountains, Tuchura River. 4108, Zagalovo start of passenger service, including hydrofoil to Ustkut. Canyon downstream. In the central section the river flows mostly northeast. 3705, Ustkut, northwest of the northern tip of Lake Baikal. In Cossack times, this was the site of a portage between the Yenisei and Lena. Today it is the point where the Baikal-Amur mainline railway crosses the Lena on a bridge and it handles 80% of cargo in the Sakha Republic region. 3698, Lena. This is really a part of Ustkut, which is very spread out. Lena is the river port. 3397, Kerensk port and former Cossack portage. 3101, the Devil's Path, a section treacherous and flood. 3096, Shki, a narrow section with cliffs and twists. Sakha Republic border. 2955, Vitim and Vitim River from the south. We are now northeast of Lake Baikal. River widens. Many dead trees in the water. 2931, Peladui River, ship repair company and salt mines. 2744, Lensk, the most important port between Kerensk and Yakutsk. Road 230 kilometers north to the Mir mine. Here was a stopping point of the Perlinsky Trakht, a former courier route. Lena turns southeast and then northeast. 2587, Shepovod 2547 Mecca, 2337, Olyokminsk, Olyakma River from the south. River widens to 2 kilometers and has extensive floodplains. 2213, Orytsko, 2030-1850, Lena pillars, cliffs along the right bank. 1937, Sinsk River and petroglyphs. 1820, Moksagolok ferry and paved road to Yakutsk on the opposite, west, bank. River turns north. 1805, Pokrovsk downstream to Bega Cliffs, narrows, powerline and planned site of bridge for the Amur-Yakutsk main line railroad. Nizhny Bestyak, 13 kilometers southeast of Yakutsk on the left bank, Lena Highway comes in from the south. The Kolyma Highway to the Pacific starts nearby. In the lower section the river flows mostly north. 1710, Yakutsk. 1560 Olden River from the east. River tends northwest. 1373, Sanger coal mines. 1560, Vyaly River from the west. River tends north. 959, Arctic Circle. 939, Tsigansk, founded in 1632, 865, Agrafena Island. 545, Sikhtyak. 385, Kyushu Regional Center. 222, Lena Delta. 0, Tiksi on the mainland east to the delta. Port, airport, 2.5-month navigation season. 5 degrees north of the Arctic Circle. Basin, the total length of the river is estimated at 4,400 kilometers. The area of the Lena River basin is calculated at 2,490,000 square kilometers. Gold is washed out of the sands of the Vitim and the Olyakma, and mammoth tusks have been dug out of the delta. Tributaries equals, the Karunga River flows north between the Upper Lena and Lake Baikal. The Vitim River drains the area northeast of Lake Baikal. The Olyakma River flows north. The Amur River makes a long curve southeast and parallel to the Lena and flows into the Aldan. The Aldan River makes similar curve southeast of the Aldan and flows into the Lena north of Yakutsk. The Maya River, a tributary of the Aldan, drains an area almost to the Sea of Yakutsk. The T-shaped Kanavayi River system drains most of the area to the west. History: it is commonly believed that the Lena derives its name from the original Even Ebng name Lewin, which means the large river. According to folktales related a century after the fact, in the years 1620–23 a party of Russian fur hunters under the leadership of Demid Pianda sailed up Lower Tunguska and discovered the proximity of the Lena and either carried their boats there or built new ones. In 1623 Pianda explored some 2,400 kilometers of the river from its upper rocky part to its wide flow in the central Yaksha. In 1628 Vasily Buga and 10 men reached the Lena, collected Yasak from the natives and founded Karinsk in 1632. In 1631 the voivoda of Yeniseisk sent Pyotr Bekhtov and 20 men to construct an ostrog at Yakutsk. From Yakutsk other expeditions spread out to the south and east. The Lena Delta was reached in 1633. Baron Eduard von Toll, accompanied by Alexander von Bunge, carried out an expedition to the Lena Delta area and the islands of New Siberia on behalf of the Russian Imperial Academy of Sciences in 1885. They explored the Lena Delta with its multitude of arms that flow towards the Arctic Ocean. Then in spring 1886 they investigated the New Siberian Islands and the Yana River and its tributaries. During 1 year and 2 days the expedition covered 25,000 kilometers, of which 4,200 kilometers were uprivers, carrying out geodesic surveys en route. Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov may have taken his alias, Lenin, from the river Lena, when he was exiled to the central Siberian plateau, but the origin of his pen name is uncertain. Delta. At the end of the Lena River there is a large delta that extends 100 kilometers into the Laptev Sea and is about 400 kilometers wide. The delta is frozen tundra for about 7 months of the year, but in May the region is transformed into a lush wetland for the next few months. Part of the area is protected as the Lena Delta Wildlife Reserve. The Lena Delta divides into a multitude of flat islands. The most important are, Shichors Arata, Petrushka, Sagasta, Samak Adayat, Turkan Belkidar, Sasilak R, Kokostik Belkidar, Grigory Diliak Belki, Nurpawilon Arata, Misha Belkidar, Atakto Belkadir, Aranastak, Yudayuk Pastak Belki, Arjas Past Arata, Dalilak Island, Otto R, Ulakhan and Otto Wes Arata. Charukanak Kumaga is a long and narrow island off the Lena Delta's western shore. One of the Lena Delta islands, Ostrov America Kiba Arata or Ostrov Kiba Arata, was named after the island of Cuba during Soviet times. It is on the northern edge of the delta. Further reading, Alexander von Bunge and Baron Eduard von Toll, The Expedition to the New Siberian Islands and the Yana Country, equipped by the Imperial Academy of Sciences. 1887. See also, List of rivers of Russia, List of longest undammed rivers, William Barr, writer of the first Soviet convoy to the mouth of the Lena. References. This article incorporates text from a publication now in the public domain, Chisholm, Hugh, ed. Encyclopædia Britannica. Cambridge University Press. External links, NASA Earth Observatory page on flooding on the Lena River, information and a map of the Lena's watershed. Permafrost in the Lena Delta, Alfred Wenner Institute Publications, Bereicht zur Polar- und Meeresforschung, free, downloadable research reports on the biology, geology, oceanography, hydrology, paleontology, paleoclimatology, fauna, flora, soils, cryology, and so forth of the Lena Delta, Laptev Sea, and other parts of the Arctic Circle.